Hello, everybody, and welcome here on Perez Sports Network. Glad to have you all with us for the Salins 110, the third round of Hankook Overdrive, as we get ready to do the final three races of our Hankook E-Cup Series season. 4 seasons of competition about to come to an end, and we'll have a different champion for the first time ever. That will be crowned in February. I'm Nick the Rabbit, your commissioner for the ERT and your head commentator today for Perez Sports Network. Glad to have you all with us here in the beautiful city of Watkins Glen, New York, just south of the Three Lakes. I believe our Seneca Lake, either Cayuga or Cayusa, I can't remember the name of it, and then one other lake. Good Lord. I spent an entire semester of college learning about these tribes, and like the lakes were mentioned, and I completely forgot. There's Cayuga, there's Seneca, and then there's one other, and I can't remember the name of it. Either way, this city located right in the middle of Cayuga Lake in central New York. Basically upstate New York, because everything that's not New York City or the Long Island is upstate, but that's beside the point. This is the third round of Overdrive today. The drivers that are in Overdrive are marked with a orange splitter and spoiler, as well as the Overdrive banner on the cars. They'll also be marked with an orange line on the scoring graphic as well. Let's take a look at your Hankook driver spotlight, starting off with Kane, who's your pole sitter today for the Salins 110. He is going to be leading the pack here, or sorry, no, check that. Well, he's not on pole, but he's still a driver to look at. I apologize. Kane is actually starting in second today. Currently leading the non-overdrive drivers in points. Actually, yeah, he is a pole sitter. Okay, well, I guess I'm just stupid then. But Kane is currently leading the points. He just passed Yotrate with that 5-point that 5-point bonus for getting the pole. Right now he's sitting at, I want to say 100, or sorry, he's sitting at 118 points, 5 points above Yotrate. This is also his third pole of the season. He'll be looking to get a win here. Like we said, he's leading the overdrive drivers. If it weren't for his attendance, he probably would be contending for the championship. Right now, he is one of the favorites to win. Fastest in well, I guess we didn't have practice, but fastest in qualifying, he should be one to watch out for. One of the international drivers as well, Raffies, will be one to watch. He's got a win this season. He's looking for another. He was a little slow in qualifying. Got a little bit better though as the session progressed. Of course, being an international driver, he probably knows his way around turning right really well, so he should be one to watch. He's also driving a Red Bull, which means, yeah. Another one to watch is Random. This guy, wasn't really a standout in qualifying, but then again, he never really is. But he is currently your points leader, and he is looking to win this race, because if he wins this race, that will put him in a very, very good spot for winning this championship. Quirt is currently sitting in second place. The guy behind him is Rapid, who will also be looking to improve his spot today. But if Random wins this race and Rapid has a poor performance today, Random will be getting that one last step closer to locking up the Season 4 title. That being said, those are your drivers to watch today. It should be a good race. 40 laps around the Watkins Glen International Raceway here in central New York for the Salins 110. The trophy today is a hot dog, kind of. It's a trophy with a hot dog included. That is the trophy that everyone will be going for in Hankook Victory Lane later today. That being said, the drivers are all ready to go. I've just kind of decided that it's not... Actually, no, it is worth it to do our regular intro, because while we are not able to use Roblox chat, we do have VC chat at our disposal. So let me just pull that up real quick, and we'll be ready to go. Drivers, are you ready? I'm going to scroll down. Yep, and we got Random ready, Michelina's ready, Rapid's ready, Sushi's ready. That's 4 out of 6. That's good enough for me. 40 laps around this circuit here today. Watkins Glen International Raceway was opened in the 60s. It has been a staple in the NASCAR Cup Series calendar for many years. Also hosts the Salins 6 hours at the Glen for the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship. So this place, needless to say, it gets a lot of track use. So let's get this one going. Kane will be your pole sitter to start us off. I do believe everybody can see the countdown, so that's not a problem at all. Oh, yeah, it was an F1 track, Sushi. You are correct. Back in the day, the United States Grand Prix was held here. But nowadays, that is impossible because Watkins Glen is a FIA Grade 2 racetrack, which is still a lot more than I thought it would be. I thought at first, when I was younger, I thought it was a Grade 3 racetrack. I'm gonna shut up, okay? I'm sorry. Don't get the belt. Wait, is there anybody in Sky Jail before we get going? Nope, nobody's in Sky Jail. Since Michelina is racing today, me and Yanov are the only officials. We're gonna get the countdown started. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag in the air here in Watkins Glen. As the drivers roar off into turn 1. Who's gonna die in the first corner? Surprisingly, only Kane. He almost flips on the rumble strips. Most of them survive turn 1, which is a miracle for a row racing league. We are the best league on the face of the earth. And they're all still kind of packed like sardines coming down onto the back straightaway, coming into the bus stop, the first or second real heavy braking zone. I guess if you can even call it a braking zone. We got a wreck! Random and the 45 get into it. And Random was kind of given this preconceived notion. Oh, they hit the corner cut thingies. I completely forgot about those. But Random already had this preconceived notion that Shark Motor Club was out to get him. And that just kind of fueled that. Kane is an SMC driver. These two have kind of been, while the rivalry hasn't been that great, it's more been Random versus everybody else, really. The 45 and the 27 really have kind of gotten into the mix a couple times here today. Or not today, but this season. Raffies will lead him to the line to finish off the first lap out of 40 here in Watkins Glen. And they're going to give the 45 a verbal warning for that lap 1 contact. And so here they go in through the S's there. We had a couple complaints about the cars throughout the week, about the car losing its horsepower in the S's. That might create a bit more of a challenge trying to get a run through the S's here today. Your main passing points might be coming out of the carousel, entering this final corner, and then the lead up into turn 1. Also the back straightaway leading into the bus stop. Those are going to be the 3 main passing points today here at Watkins Glen. Normally in NASCAR, the S's wouldn't be, I don't really remember them ever being really a real passing point. But those heavy braking zones, similar to what you'd see in F1 or sports car racing, definitely are going to see those heavy braking zones as a big passing point. I also expect that last corner as well. Remember that corner where Martin Truex Jr. got spun out on the final lap at a race here one time? That might also be a big passing point as well for these cars. And that, guys, please be careful on those little sausage curbs, I guess if that's what you want to call them. I don't even know if they are sausage. But those will flip you. I have flipped on those myself in other leagues. They are not fun to drive on. They will probably break your spine as well. We have 6 drivers today. They're all kind of close to each other, pretty similar on pace and qualifying. It was group qualifying today, so how much of that was draft, I'll let you decide. As the 66 cuts across, I'm going to say 66, give up the spot to the 55. When it is safe to do so, give up the spot to the 55. All right, you're all clear. Well, no, you're not. Let her by. Once the 55 clears you, I will say it's good to go. 55 might force you to actually... There you go. You're good now. You're good. You're all good. Well, now you're not. Well, that's okay. That karma's a bitch, isn't it? Michelina, please give up the spot to the 55. You cut again on that inside. 66. Give up the spot. Thank you. You're all good now. You're all good. And that was legal. The 55 and the 27 went super wide there. Honestly, I probably should have just given her a 1 out of 3, but I'll let it go. 66, don't pull a Hamilton. Damn. So the lead, that top 3 is starting to pull away a little bit, but that's because these 3 drivers back here are getting more aggressive. And we got problems. Kane has hit the limiter. That's big trouble for the 45. We had a couple of positions get affected from that last season here at this racetrack. The same exact setups, by the way. Well, no, actually, no, not the same exact. We did tweak them a little bit from last season to help out with the stuff in the S's. But aside from that, these are basically the same setups. We had a lot of people get involved with those corner cut limiters. Oh, and Random has been limited. And that's going to give Raffies a big, big lead here coming into that corner. That'll save him from the inevitable ass packing to come. As Sushi's going to run the 45 off the road. He's into the safer barrier. We've created an entertaining product for the most part here at Watkins Glen, which NASCAR, take notes. Your races at Watkins Glen have sucked for the last 10 years. Except for in my opinion, 2012 was actually pretty entertaining. 66 to the bottom. She's going to try and take advantage of the crossover. 3 wide. She's going to hit the limiter. No, she's not. We have a big crash in the back. I don't know. Should we call a yellow on that? No, I guess they're all good now. I mean, and Yanov was told by the drivers to not be so trigger happy with the yellow today. So they're going to say 1 car, keep it going. And Raffi's just kind of been the story of the day so far. Trying to get his first win here in Overdrive. He does have a win already this year. And Random was called out by the official there. And we got trouble. Sushi forces the 27 lower to the bottom than he would have wanted. A little bit of race contact there. No yellow, obviously. And this is basically the battle of mid right here. This is the battle for the last 2 spots. Wait, no, where's Rapid at? Oh, no, he passed them. Okay, that's where I thought. The timer had him. I forgot. It's like the NR 2003 timer. It's not going to score them until they come across the line. But Rapid actually benefited off that mistake from Sushi and Random. He's now looking out of the carousel in a 4th place spot, which is going to which if the race were to end on this lap, he would be getting 10 points off of that, which is not bad at all. In fact, that's a pretty good split because Random is currently sitting 10 points ahead of Rapid in the standings. Again, a win for Random today I don't think it would lock up the championship for him just yet. However, it would definitely help him out. And with Court not in attendance today, it's not going to knock him out of the championship hunt, but it will definitely affect his chances. He will have to show up next week to even have a chance. Next week, we're going to Utah Motorsports Campus as well. That's over in Utah. So, we got trouble there in the S's as 1 car is into the wall. That appears to have been, I want to say that was Rapid. We have a battle for 3rd, by the way. Michelina and Kane currently battling for that 3rd place spot. Or, sorry, 2nd place spot. This is actually a battle for 2nd. I am so stupid. Raffies is loving that battle in front of him, though. Alright, you'll watch the battle of mid, and I'll watch the battle for 2nd. Okay. And here comes Michelina trying to defend the run from the 45. I don't know if 40 laps is too much. I think we ran 40 laps last year and it was actually fine. Here comes the 45 trying to make a clean pass on the 66. Clean and 45 go together like oil and water, but that time he actually made it work. He's going to get by the 66. Is he going to hold on to it? Oh, and Sushi's... What happened? Something happened to the 55. Oh, her brakes failed. You can flip in the bus stop, by the way. I'm just going to make that clear. So I would be careful on your entry and exit out of the bus stop, as Michelina lost a ton of time to Kane, and now Kane's going to make the hard charge. And Michelina is going to try to get it back. She'll bump the 45 out of the way. They're going to come into the final corners. Into the heavy braking zone, heading into actually, I wouldn't call it a heavy braking zone, but certainly a low-speed section of the racetrack. The 45 underneath the bridge. Going to get a little bit of contact to the 66. This battle for second will eventually turn into the battle for first. If these guys can get up to that number 7 car, Raffies is not completely safe. He's got no draft going in there. He is 6.5 seconds in front of second and third, but that's not going to matter if they keep bump drafting and if they work together and get up to that number 7 car. That's going to be a 3-way battle for the lead coming up here at Watkins Glen. We'll just have to see what the split is when they cross the line next. Something happened to Random. He is 35 seconds off the pace here. Your championship leader, the number 27. Kane and Michelina still battling as they come out of the carousel. And you can expect these two to be at each other's throat all day today. Michelina is not collecting points, but Kane is. Michelina, I believe, hoping to get up into the Cup Series next season. Can't remember if she's going to race for Glen's team or if she's going to race for a different team. Sushi spun, according to the officials, no yellow. She was able to recover it. And Kane gets onto the rumble strips. A perfect corner there for the 45, using all the track to his advantage. And Sushi and Random currently the furthest ones back as Random is having a stroke. I just saw him bounce off the Salen's wall there. 37 seconds behind the leaders. Meanwhile, while he's coming into turn 1, the leaders are currently on the carousel. Well, Raffies is well out of the carousel. He actually gained a second off of Kane. Something obviously happened between Michelina and Kane because they are now a second behind each, or well, 3/10 behind each other here. Michelina is not nearly as close to Kane as she was a couple of laps ago. So we have 30 laps to go here in Watkins Glen. We're a quarter of the way through this race. 15 minutes have passed since we started the live stream, which means we should be done with this race in about 45 minutes or so, given that we don't have any cautions. And that's a lot of time for Raffies to build a gap, or, you know, he could also lose it just as quickly. Depends on the kind of pace that Kane has. We don't know what the splits are. I don't really feel comfortable getting off the camera and looking at the timesheet here. And Raffies has just been on a tear today. He has led pretty much every lap in this race. He's had a fantastic day today. It was all because of a couple of mistakes that got him into the lead. He has not looked back since. He's currently still there. We don't know what fuel is looking like. We assume that they're going to be coming into pit road eventually here. Just don't know when eventually is. But when those pit stops occur, that's going to probably shake up the running order just a little bit. But Raffies, who's looking for win number 2 on the season to tie Glen for the wins total. Actually, Glen and Sushi for wins total. And look at that bus stop. He's almost taking the bus. He's not taking it flat out, but he almost is. He did let off a little bit into the bus stop, but he's found his line, and it's obviously working for him. You don't hear that throttle diminish too much. So Sushi is up to Random, who has passed her. And I think Sushi spun again. I don't know what's going on with that 55 Mustang. Oh. So that battle now between the 55 and the 27 is starting to shape up. We're also keeping an eye on Michelina and Kane. We have a feeling that those two, once Michelina gets back into that draft and avoids the turtles there, that she should be okay. And that battle should restart here once she gets back up there, but she has lost. She's lost a bit of time. She is currently 2.2 seconds behind Kane. I think she's still in drafting distance, but just barely. And Kane, we know how fast of a driver he is. He's got 2 wins in the Truck Series and 2 wins in the Cup Series, or sorry, 1 win in the Cup Series. That's 3 career wins over the last couple months alone. And he has shown, he's demonstrated a ton of pace in this league. He's hopefully looking to get into, well, he is currently taking full-time points. But, you know, he's looking to chase a championship next season, and I think he has a realistic shot at, you know, maybe if not winning the championship, definitely finishing top 3 in the standings. And that 45 car will be one to watch next season. He's not in overdrive this year, and I think if he would have attended more races, I said this the last couple of weeks, if he would have attended more races, he would definitely be contending for a championship. But that 45 car has been incredibly impressive. Shark Motor Club has made a really good signing. He has also cut into the gap of Raffi's, I think, a little bit. I think it was up to 7 seconds earlier. I can't remember. But Kane, I think, is starting to close that gap between him and Raffi's. Raffi's currently entering the bus stop. Kane is just now getting into that first turn. But Raffi, as we know how he's been taking that bus stop, Kane has pretty much been taking it flat out with no issues. So some of these drivers are starting to find their line. They know what's working for them, and they're putting it to use. As when Raffi's crossed the line, we're going to be sitting at about 26 laps to go. And the winner of the hot dog trophy, we don't know who that's going to be just yet. But Michelina is into that draft of the 45. We could definitely see it. But the gap has widened to 2.7 seconds. That's half a second more than what we called out a couple of laps ago. Raffi's onto the back straightaway, trying to. He's definitely lost some time. Kane has cut in by almost a second. And yes, Yanov made a good point. Make sure you're keeping tabs on that battery, and don't overestimate it. If you don't think you're going to make it to a certain lap, then don't risk it, because if you run out of fuel under green, that is a DNF in this league. If it's under yellow, it's a different circumstance, but if you run out under green, and Sushi's just not having a good day. She, once again, has a brake lockup in that first corner. So we know what Sushi's issue is. We don't know what Random's issue is. He's been back up in this spot all day. He has stopped the bleeding a little bit. He isn't losing as much time per lap as he was earlier. He's still 40 plus seconds back, but he was bleeding a whole bunch of time earlier in the race. It's kind of mellowed out a little bit. I think he's found his line. He knows what line to run. But we're gonna see what his split is at the line. I think it was 43 last lap. By the way, we are currently at 25 laps to go, as Random is kind of just struggling on that final corner. I've noticed that a lot. He has gained time, so that is definitely a positive for that number 27 car. Now let's see how Sushi does here on this first corner. Oh, no, she's in the pit road. No, she's retiring. So Sushi is out of the race with mechanical stuff here, and that's going to be the end of her day. And so now there are 5 cars left in this race. So we're going to get that recorded in the standings real quick. Or not standings, but you know what I meant to say. Ooh, Random again. Or, sorry, not Random. Rapid, I meant to say. But Rapid's on an island, by the way, pretty much. I mean, the close, he's actually just slowly getting up to Michelina. And look how much Kane has cut into Raffi's time. Kane is only 3.4 seconds back from Raffi's. without Michelina bugging him, he has gained an exponential amount of time. And Raffi's is under fire. We're coming to about the halfway mark of this race. It's going to be about... I think it's going to be mostly about pit strategy at this point. But that 45 has a chance. He's already warded off one monster. He's looking for another. And the Florida man looking to get it done here in that AutoNation Toyota. And he's just had a great day so far. He's being patient. He knows he still has 22 laps left, or 23 laps, actually. He has a lot of time to make a move. He just has to keep himself mistake-free. He can afford a couple of mistakes, I guess, but not too much that let him lose too much time. And so with this, they're going to come in through the bus stop. Raffi's losing a little bit of time here. Like we said, it was 2.8 at the line. That's not nearly as bad of a loss as we saw from the previous couple of laps, but he was only up by about 3 seconds or so. And Michelina's also losing time. Rapid is closing in on her. So that's one battle we're going to be keeping a look on in the next 5-10 laps or so. Lap number 19. Kane, 2.2 seconds. He gained 0.6 on that last lap, and he is going to be going full force, but he's into the turtles. That's going to cost him a little bit. We're coming up 2 laps to go until the halfway mark, until we lock the server. And a little bit of smoke off Raffi as he tries to get up into the rumble strip here. And we have a caution. What's the yellow out for? Oh, Michelina! She flipped, and that's going to bring out the yellow. Oh, and I told you, and I knew it, that I told you guys that you can flip in the bus stop. And Michelina found that out the hard way, but that's going to help her out. It's going to help Regent out. And Raffi's is probably crapping bricks right now. Pit road will be open. And that is officially going to bring us to the halfway mark of this race. Well, that's got to upset a couple of people. So pit road is open. Whether or not you choose to pit is up to you. Kane was actually going to pit that lap, which messed up his strategy, I guess, a little bit. He had a whole strategy in mind and everything. Oh, I can't do... Hold on. And Random said W flip in the race chat. Raffi says he's ready. Random's typing. You want to be TTB? Okay, that's fine. Michelina's ready. I guess that's good enough for me. Oh, you have to rejoin. Okay, I see. So, Kane is going to rejoin real quick. So, I'm not going to select the server just yet. Raffy's into his stall. And Rapid overshot his stall, but he still got the button. I think next season we're going to make a rule about overshooting your stall. But, oh, I don't know. I don't know. Is Rapid going to get the lead off pit road? It's going to be close. That yellow line is going to tell all. And he does. Rapid's going to be your leader. That was an exciting race off pit road. Raffy's second, Michelina third, Random fourth, and Kane will be fifth once he rejoins. If he's not in Sky Jail. I think NASCAR fan's the only one in Sky Jail. He's not a racer in this league, but I can't remember. Can't remember where I know him from. I know that I know him from. And we have somebody spamming me. I know. We have somebody spamming me in general chat as well. Heads AF 51, the kid that was in here earlier. He's not in the VC anymore. But so we're waiting on Kane. It's just we're gonna change laps. Change RAF. Mish. Wrap. Laps 21. Oh yeah, oh it's Lucas, that's where I know him from. Okay. That's exactly where I know him from. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I know this guy. Okay. Yeah, so that's, yeah. I guess, Kane will just join. Oh, yeah, that's right, he's on PlayStation, so he might take a little bit. Okay. So I guess we're just gonna get ready to go now, and then we're just gonna... I will teleport Kane down. I'm not gonna select the server till he rejoins. So, just enough yapping, we're gonna go from there. Yeah, Rapid's ready. Region's ready. And, yeah, that's enough for me. Oh, Kane's here. Oh, alright, well, I'll just teleport you down. Kane, what I want you to do is I'm going to have you... Well, it's alright, because the caution's probably going to come out here eventually anyway. They're going to come into the corner. But what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you spawn your car in this first corner, and when they come back around, I want you to merge to the back. Do you think you can handle that? Cool. They're on the bus stop right now, so be ready. Oh, dear God. They're gonna die. They're all gonna die. Raffy's is gonna die. Everyone else survived except for Michelina. As they're gonna come in through the carousel, Michelina and Raffy's had a limiter there. Michelina got the corner cut limiter. And look who's in the lead of the race. It's Random. Your points leader. The guy that needed a win to help himself in the standings. And the guy that's challenging him right behind him, who's going to assume that second place spot no matter what here. He is up into... I know, Kane. And where's Kane at? Oh, there he is. He's in pit road. That's where he's at. So he's going to go... Actually, that's a lot... That was actually a smarter decision. So Kane is going to get rejoined to the back. He was challenging for that first place spot before he had to rejoin. He might have a decent chance here to get back up to the lead here. And I'm not sure, but I feel like considering what we saw in that opening stint, they should make it to the end of the race. We're just going to have to see. They might be cutting it close because Kane was about to pit before that caution came out. So we know that these drivers can at least do 19 laps on a tank here, or I guess a battery pack. And Kane's going to try to get behind a familiar foe. Michelina currently up into 4th place, with Kane trying to get by his first obstacle. And he'll try to run high, and he'll try to get more of an arc coming out of the corner here. And Random has lost the lead to Rapid Skill, by the way, but Random is looking to get behind that number 4 car. Not going to get the pass here, but he's going to set up for something in the S's. Random on the bottom, Rapid on the top. He'll transition up into the bottom as they go in through the S. But look at Raffies, who's looking to get back into the lead. Raffies is hunting them down. He's in 3rd place at the moment. Rapid cleanly through the bus stop. Both him and Random, although Rapid had the better exit out of the bus stop, but Raffies, I hear Jaws music playing. Na 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 na. It's actually kind of fitting because he's on Shark Motor Club. I've actually never seen Jaws before. Rapid goes a little wide. That's going to open the door for Random. Here comes Ralphie's on the front straightaway. He's got the draft. And Michelina is into the grass. She sends in the 45 of Kane. And Raffy's bullies his way in. Random also. He's going to lose the 1st place spot. Raffy's back to the lead here at Watkins Glen. Oh, sorry, Kane. I'm going to change your laps. And that's going to be 3 wide. It's going to be all about what decisions they make here in the bus stop that could determine this lead here. Raffins, he's going to go taking her out. Into the tire barrier he goes. And the force of that impact there into the tire barrier. A 2-car accident. And I don't know, that's up to the officials if they want to deem that a racing incident or if they want to hand out a penalty for that. But what a hit, and Raffies is dead. He's going to join JD McDuffie. I think it was actually a similar corner. I don't know if McDuffie passed in that section after the, during the carousel, or if he, yeah. What a hit for Raffies. We need to get our medical center over there, see if he's okay. Oh, well, he's driving. I think that's fine. And a, quote, shit ton of incidents under review. You know, actually, Yanov, I think you can actually cuss in the thing, because I've seen people actually say the hard R N-word with these messages. Not that I recommend that. I don't. So Kane will be the only one pitting. Pit road, I should have probably said pit road is open. Your car's tight. So Raffies, I don't think he's making making any friends here. He did nothing wrong. Actually, no, he did, because he actually, from what I remember, Raffies came down. Random was trying to get that corner there. I don't think it was really anything Random did wrong. It was just wrong place, wrong time. I think you could both say that I think you could probably say that both of them did nothing really that wrong, although Raffies did throw a little bit of a Logano block into the bus stop. Okay, are we ready to go? What's starting? So what are we going to say for that? Is it going to be a warning, or is it going to be... Okay, it's going to be a verbal, I believe, for the 66. And they're going to restart. I guess we're just going to go single file. So, even though we haven't really had any issues really on the restarts, but that's okay. Green flag back in the air here as Random's going to let off. He's expecting them to die in the first corner, and Kane's going to send it. And he's going to shoot to the lead. It was perfectly legal. Everyone else just killed each other on the outside, and that's going to move him into the S's. Still a good battle for second shaping up. And we got problems. That's a caution. Rapid and Random get into it on the back straightaway. Raffy's looking for the lead. He's trying to get, or it's not the lead, but second, but he's going to look by the 66. And the 27's going to get a 1 out of 3 for the incident in turn 1. And I think they just kind of retaliated each other there because that was an Earnhardt coming onto the back straightaway. Oh, speaking of Earnhardt, okay. Oh, and Michelin is going to go meet him. And Kane will cross the line first. Pit road is closed. So line back up immediately. By the way, we forgot to do the runoff for the last caution, so we'll add 4 laps on instead of 2. Yeah, you're not trying to, but somehow you're managing to. All right. Raph, Kane, Mish. So, remember. So we're going to have 10 laps to go. We're doing 4 instead of 2 because we forgot to do the runoff for that last caution. And Kane's got to go. That's not good. I don't know why he always has to go at this time. It's just... Well, we got 10 to go. Oh, I don't think we did ready. That's okay. Oh, the 7 gets squeezed by his teammate. And they're also going to give a 2 out of 3 to Random. Random on the outside. He's got Kane right there through the S's. And contact. Down the back straightaway, side by side. 5 cars all looking for a realistic chance at the win here. 10 to go. And in through the back, Raffy's bullies his way through. 3 wide at the bus stop. The 45 gets to his quarter panel. And he'll fall back to second, so that didn't work out the way he wanted to. And the 4 is going to get a 1 out of 3 for retaliation. Raffy's back into the lead of the race. Random second, Kane third. I'm wondering if we're going to see a 2012 situation where 3 cars are battling for the lead on the last lap. 45 pushes him into the wall. Big incident in the back, and it's going to be a push. The 45, I think, is actively trying to wreck him. And they'll all go wide into the first corner. Raffy's getting a bigger lead. 9 laps to go. Where's Alan Bestwick when you need him? And they're going to give a 45. They're 1 out of 3 to the 45. I do agree with that call. I would have given it to him myself there. He pushed him right into that Salen's wall. Into the bus stop. They go. The 4 is going to try to get to the quarter panel of the 66. I don't know if he was actively trying to wreck her, but he's going to get limited. Rapid into the corner cut limiter. Well, it's better than running into the corner cut wall, like an actual solid wall. But that's going to cost Rapid a ton of time. 1 corner cut can sideline your run. Oh, we got problems! Kane at the 66. Caution is out. Cautions breed cautions. We went most of the race without a single yellow. And now it's all piling up. The 66 and the 45 involved in an accident. And Kane posting in chat, not clear. And this will be our 4th caution of the race. And we'll give the 66 a 1 out of 3. She was already on thin ice with the official. And Raffies is not believing his luck here. Pit road is still going to remain closed. You want to, and Random is requesting to appeal the 2 out of 3. So just for Yanov's knowledge there. So 6 laps to go. Can we keep it clean? If it goes into overtime, Kane might have to go. So pit road will remain closed. He wants to appeal the incident in the bus stop. I think that's the one with, I can't remember which one that was for. Oh, I already got it up there. Good. Awesome. Wrap laps 34. Okay, I think everyone is ready to go. If you're not, then too bad. I'm trying to hurry this along, because I don't want to have 4 drivers. Hopefully in Season 5 we get more people. Oh dear God, they all went wide. Literally everybody went above that rumble strip there, but still, that's actually more of an advantage for them that they all went wide, because that means they're still going to be equal going into the corner. Oh dear God. Oh dear God, they're all under a blanket going into the bus stop. 66 is really the only one that's not that too, well, never mind, now she is, because she's connected to Raph. He's going into the bus stop. This is going to be problems. At least they're not going 3 wide into the bus stop. Oh, we got an inset 45 and the 27. And that'll allow the 66 to gain 2 spots going through the carousel. She's up into the podium spot. It's Shark Motor Club 1 and 2. Rapid looking for, I believe this will be his 3rd win on the season, if he can get it. No, his 2nd win. Raffy's also looking for win number 2. And they're all going to go into the wall. Kane and Rapid was in, or Random was in there. Rapid's going to lead them to the line. I believe this is only his 2nd lap led today. 5 laps to go. That's going to amount to about 11 or 12 miles left in this race. Actually, it is 11. I can't do math. This track is about 2.5 miles long. Roughly the same size as Talladega Superspeedway and Daytona International Speedway. And the 45 was basically shoved into the grass there. Yanov, whatever call you make, I'll probably agree with it there. The 66, I think, was forcing the 45 into the grass. Oh, that's okay. He's going to flip. 66 flips. Caution's out. She'll take the 27 with her. That was madness, and that's the 2nd time she's flipped in the bus stop today. Caution number 6, or number 5, I think it is, actually, on the day. Jesus Amado. Amado. Forgot the O makes that weird-ass wolf sound. I've been learning Portuguese behind the scenes. I'm focusing on pronunciation first and then moving to the words second. That's usually my strategy. I want to make sure I don't look like an idiot. More than I already probably would. Pit road is open. I think enough laps have passed. Oh, by the way, this is overtime. So we all know the rules of overtime. I don't really think I need to explain myself. You guys are cup drivers. I guess nobody's going to take the stops. Raph, Kane, Mish. You're going to punish the 66. I think she's already gotten enough punishment flipping on her side. 38. I think we might shorten this race to 30 next season. I don't know. We're coming back next season. I don't think it'll be an overdrive race, but we're definitely coming back. Three laps to go here in overtime. Or 2 laps. Apologize. First attempt at overtime. Caution comes out. We'll do it again. And Kane's going to get to the bottom. He had 2 tires in the grass. I will say that that was a legal pass. He'll have the lead here cleanly. And they're all killing each other in the back. That is Raffies and Rapid going at the 2 teammates. Remember, Raffies races under Rapid, so that might have implications for his contract next season if he does anything too rash. Just saying, if you want to fire Raffies, I will gladly take him. It wouldn't be the first time I've had a Red Bull in my team. Why did you become... You did this to yourself. You volunteered. You decided you didn't want to race on a non-points basis, so you decided you wanted to be an official instead. So that's kind of on you. And they're going to come to the line here. Looking at 1 lap to go, as long as the caution doesn't come out before then, and it's looking unlikely, unless an incident happens here in this final corner. 1 lap to go, presented by Hankook. They'll make it back. And a dive into the inside. Random's going to take the second place spot. Michelina will lose 2 spots. No, she won't. But Random's going to have a chance. He's got 2 miles to go. Can Random make that final move? Kane on the bottom. They'll come onto the back straightaway. It's 2012 all over again. Although instead of spinning out, I guess Michelina just kind of had a moment, but she still had a Kyle Busch moment. They'll come into the bus stop for the final time. Does Kane have enough to block? They're coming in through the carousel. Here comes Random to the outside. And he's going to lose a spot. He's going to lose time coming in through. He still has time for a charge. Down the final corners. Coming in through this final section, coming out of the boot. Into the final. This is where Martin Truex spun out in this corner, I think 2017. And Kane will go to the bottom to block. I think he's going to have enough. And Kane coming uphill. He's going to win here at Watkins Glen. What a finish to the race. And Michelina will come across in last. And Kane has his Marcus Ambrose moment. He defends Regent. Kane was Marcus Ambrose. Regent was Brad Keselowski. Michelina was Kyle Busch. If we're going off the 2012 race here in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Just like 2012. And we have multiple incidents under review. So our token Brazilian will be reviewing that here in just a moment. I'm going to go to Kane. Hold on, Kane. I got to get the confetti going, bud. I'm sorry. And, of course, as always, we'd like to remind you today's win is fueled by the same ones that fuel you. Victory's First Stop is presented by Maverick Adventures First Stop. And the victory lane, he will win the hot dog trophy here in Watkins Glen, here in New York. Picture is going to get taken here in 3, 2, 1. Picture. That was a good one, actually. And he wins here. The picture's been taken. We're all good to go. Kane is going to get his 2nd win ever in the Hankook E-Cup Series, his 4th win in the Electric Racing Tour. He's got 2 wins in the Truck Series. He's driving a part-time basis over there as a little bit of extra track time. Obviously, we did not have the truck race today. We're still going to look to reschedule that race. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in here on Perez Sports Network. It's been an amazing day here at Watkins Glen. We are now down to our last 2 races here in the schedule. We're going to pull that up for you now. ERT schedules. There we go. So, our upcoming schedule here for Season 4. 2 races remain. We're going to Utah Motorsports Campus on January 25th for the final race of January. Good Lord, I can't believe we're already through the first month of the year. And for the Maverick Utah E-Prix, usually has been a pretty good race. It'll also be an audition race because there's a chance that it might not be on the calendar next season. Actually, we're trying to see if we're going to have it on the calendar for the 7th round of the season. It's not going to be an overdrive race next year, but it'll still be there. But the Maverick Utah E-Prix on January 25th. And then finally, the finale on February 1st, the Taco John's Crossroads Classic at Boysen Motorsports Park in Shoshone, Wyoming on the Wind River Indian Reservation. That is where we're going to end out our season. 2 races left, and what a season it's been. We started the season on August 16th, 2025, and it's coming to an end here. And with that being said, that's it for our second to last road course of the year. Utah Motorsports Campus will be our last one, and then a mile-long oval at Boysen Motorsports Park, the track with 2 different bankings in the corners. With that being said, that's going to conclude our coverage of the Salins 110 from Watkins Glen International, and what an exciting race it was. Kane is able to hold off Random, who was making a hard charge late, to win in overtime for the 3rd round of Overdrive. It's still going to be a great points day for Random, and we hope you have a great rest of your day. Until next time, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, and you know there'll be a next time, have a good one. Kane wins at Watkins Glen International Raceway.